What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. It's your friend Phil. So today's video is about regrets that we have from 2024. What are your worst decisions? I want to hear some of you guys' decisions. What were your worst oops, screw ups? I shouldn't have done that. All those types of things. Here are a few of mine. So as I sit and ponder, to be totally honest, the absolute worst screw up, wasting time, regret of 2024 for me is not getting things cleaned up sooner. I've been living in this freaking house for 2 years, which I love, don't get me wrong. But I was finding excuses and problems for not getting things done. And what worked for me was I had to break down the problem, which seemed huge. And I hope I can help anybody else, maybe hoarders, anybody else that's doing the same thing. I really needed to get into a room, which happened to be my office. And it started off with this thing. Organize this. I had something else going on. I got my desk. So you take a whole room, and it still might seem like it's overwhelming. Well, the trick I used was take a section. And what I did first, I started off with just one section of my desk. So say your desk is this big. I took a section and said, I'm going to clean this. And once that section was exactly the way I wanted it, it was easier to do this side. I'm telling you, it works. I don't know what the heck it's called, but I'm telling you, I get the whole desk done in about half hour. I organize stuff. I put stuff aside. I put stuff in organization slots, everything. Now, I even got the gumption to get up off my butt, turn around, and tackle the closet, which you can't see, which is like, okay, it's not perfect, but the floor's done. The floor is just, it's clear. That's it. That's a win. So 2 wins in 1 day. Awesome. Then I had to tackle this little storage section that in between the bathroom and it's like a weird corner type of thing. And it had some trash, and it also had the famous Mars stuff. And the pile was named, what do I do with this stuff? And that was the biggest one. That was the absolute biggest one. I thought and pondered, and I just said, oh, man, it wasn't really until I actually grabbed one piece of it, and you just start, and you just say, okay, I got this one piece. Now, this wasn't the same day. This was another day. I had to wait till the weekend to recover from all the work I did. So, anyways, I took one thing. I hung back the pictures that got sloppy, because once things are sloppy, it's easy to throw stuff there, and then the pile of shit just gets bigger and bigger. So, before I jump into, I do have the pile I got cleaned up. I got one bag of trash. Everything else found had a place. I got rid of old pillows. I got rid of old drapes and stuff that were in the house before I got it. The only one thing that is still there was actually on this wall, was a big, it's got to be 1 foot by 5 feet long shelf. Now, I don't have much room, but I'm hanging on to that shelf because there's nothing wrong with it. I actually could use it. Now, I'm not justifying things. I could actually use it, because if it was broken, dilapidated, worn out, something, I'd be like, okay. And I even thought of a couple of ways, maybe of different ways of maybe using the shelf. Because I was thinking, if I cut it horizontally, or I cut it in half, and I could use it here, I could use it there. Here I am walking around the house going, will it fit here? Will it fit there? I don't know. But that's the one thing that's it looks fine. And this room is just probably 98% done. And I'm happy. And I accomplished it. So that's one regret that, I know I went off on a tangent here. My regret was, why didn't I do it earlier or sooner? Because one of my favorite sayings, and you might see it in the shirt, it won't get done if I don't do it. I don't know how important that is to you, but when you sit down and you look at your mess, and really, 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 you got to say that saying. Even if it's in a sticker. I got stickers too hanging. I'm trying to sell. It won't get done if I don't do it. Because Lord knows there's no one else here that's going to come in and clean my house for me, because I'm way too cheap to hire an, what do you call it, one of those ladies or cleaners or anything else. I just kind of do it myself type of person, or you just don't let it get dirty type of thing. But, so another regret, I cleaned up, I got the pellet stove done. Here's a complaint. You're going to love this one. My furnace was done. I'm not going to tell you the name of the people because I like the boss, but I tell you, the people, when the boss gets certain height and then he starts bringing the minions in, my opinion, your company is only as good as your shittiest tech. Remember that, guys, whoever runs a business. So anyways, I get the furnace looked at $160 an hour for 2 hours. I can give them an hour, not a big deal. Poke around, look around, see what's going on. You never saw it before. But for the second hour, this is where the bitch complaint comes in. For the second hour, he does a couple trips back to the truck. A lot of this, I'm watching him, down the hall. I'm watching him in my recliner. And a lot of the flashlight. And this lasts for an hour. Looking here. And I even go over a few times and I go, what's going on? Oh, I'm just checking the air induction and I'm checking a little bit of this. And it sounds very technical. But guys, I do tech myself. Not that kind of tech, but I'm a service tech for bugs. And I know bullshit when I hear bullshit. I said, you're saying a lot of stuff and you're moving around, a lot's going on, but ain't nothing happening. And you can't bullshit the bullshitter. That's for sure. So, I got that done. $320 later. Then he comes back to me and he says, it's running, but. And I go, what's the but? Is it working or not? Yeah, but you need this part. He couldn't give me a price. Didn't even have the stuff on him. And I said, okay, as long as it runs. 2 or 3 days later, I get a call from the secretary. And her price and job, another $560 they want. When they didn't do really anything the first time. Now to put on one part plus labor, $560 more than the 320. I told them, hey, the heat's working. Winter's almost over. I'm going to run the gauntlet and I'm going to take a chance, okay? And just wing it because my savings is starting to go down, okay? So it's like, hey, I was thinking it was like a $20 pot or even a $50 or $60 pot with, okay, maybe an hour, half hour. Again, I'm clueless to this stuff. But when they said $560 more, hold the horses, stop the boat, back up the truck. I don't think so. I said, yeah, I'm not going to use you guys. That's it. Because I wrote back to her saying, hey, and I hate to change this into a bitch fest, but this all goes in force of the worst, decisions. was waiting to get that done. And then one of this worst decision of this story is picking the wrong people. So anyways, I tell her, no, I'll go with someone else. I'll try to get a price. Never heard from her. Okay. So, another decision. Organizing my Hot Wheels. You know, I got a Hot Wheels channel. So, if you have a hobby like me, you literally, and if anybody does Hot Wheels out there, they're small little cars. You got nice ones, expensive ones, ones you've never seen. Ain't nothing gonna make me $1 million. I haven't found one. Now again, I don't know what's gonna be $1 million down the road, but I'm probably not gonna cash out on it. So it comes down to, what do I really love? What do I really love about the hobby? What do I want to keep? But you got to say to yourself, you can't keep everything. So, I got cars scattered here, I got cars scattered there. I got them in 1, 2, 3, 4 different rooms in this house. Not everywhere, but shelving and so on and blah, blah, blah. Literally go through each car. And this is a big one. I can live without this. I really like that. I had to make 3 or 4 piles. The absolute gotta keep it. We'll think about it pile. Let's think about a little more pile because it's nice though. And then the absolute, it's going, not in the trash, it's gonna be sold. So that was that. That took a little bit of 2 weeks. Then I got another worse decisions and regrets and stuff like that. I got rid of one of my tables that are up against the wall, and I aligned all my shoes, and just making the place more presentable. Because I got a habit, if you don't know, putting things down, and then it builds up a little bit, and it just bugs me when I can't get by. So it's a nice runway, clean floor, clean this. But because I stay on top of things, and I'm really getting blown out in this thing, guys, sorry. I look like the Phantom of the Opera right now, half my face. But anyways, I had some bad decisions, and it's more waiting to do things. Those are my bad decisions. And I know I take too long, but things are looking good. And all I can say, guys, is 2025 is going to be so freaking powerful for me because things are heading in a great direction. I got a plan. I got plenty of goals. Just need the nice weather. We might hit some flea markets. Flea markets are the gold that makes a little bit of jingle in your pocket every single weekend. And if you put the right crap out there, hell, I might even sell my guitar. I used it in old videos, but it ain't doing much, you know? Who knows? I want to hear your regrets, guys. Those are mine. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope I didn't spillage over too long. Thanks for watching.